You think the monsters on your screen are just products of a screenwriter's imagination. Think again. Tonight, we are counting down 10 iconic horror moments ripped from real police files and cold cases. The most terrifying part isn't the jump scare. It's that, in some cases, the real truth was never fully buried. Number 10. The exorcism that shook a town. When audiences watched The Exorcist, many believed it was pure fiction. Spinning heads, guttural voices, objects flying. Surely this was Hollywood fantasy. But the film was inspired by the 1949 case of Roland Doe. Priests performed multiple exorcisms after the child allegedly displayed violent behavior, unexplained scratches, and forbidden knowledge. Medical explanations were debated. Psychological diagnoses proposed. Yet those present swore something beyond science was at work. Police reports documented disturbances and injuries. To this day, the case remains one of the most debated supernatural investigations. Whether you believe in possession or not, a real child, a real family, and a case file still send chills down spines. Number 9. The house that refused to stay quiet. In The Conjuring, a family experiences escalating terror. The story is rooted in the Parent-Family case, investigated by paranormal researchers Ed and Lorraine Warren in the 1970s. Police were called during disturbances. Family members described physical attacks and violent manifestations. Skeptics argue hysteria. Believers insist something dark lingered in that house. Official documentation shows complaints, testimonies. While no definitive proof was recorded, the fear was very real. And the Warrens files remain some of the most controversial in paranormal investigation history. Number 8. The girl who faced a killer in her bedroom. The strangers felt brutally random. That line, "because you were home," was inspired by real break-ins and the horrifying crimes of the Charles Manson family. In the late 1960s, Manson family members invaded homes at random, committing brutal murders, including Sharon Tate. The randomness was the terror. Victims weren't targeted for revenge. They were simply there. Police reports detailed forced entries, senseless violence, and a chilling lack of motive. Sometimes the scariest thing isn't a monster. It's a knock at the door. Number 7. The clown that lured children. Pennywise was fictional, but Stephen King acknowledged inspiration from John Wayne Gacy. Gacy performed as Pogo the Clown at community events while secretly murdering at least 33 young men and boys. When police searched his home, they discovered bodies buried beneath the house. Court documents revealed a double life more disturbing than fiction. A friendly face could hide unimaginable evil. This is what makes this story so deeply unsettling. Number 6. The Roadside Killer. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre claimed to be based on true events, while no cannibal family. Leatherface was partially inspired by Ed Gein. Gein exhumed corpses and crafted household items from human remains. When police entered his farmhouse in 1957, what they found shocked even seasoned officers. Masks made of skin. Furniture assembled from bones, though Gein killed only 2. His crimes reshaped horror forever. His case also inspired other films like Psycho and The Silence of the Lambs. Number 5. The night the babysitter didn't make it home. The urban legend behind When a Stranger Calls. A babysitter receives terrifying phone calls, only to discover they're coming from inside the house. It was inspired by the 1950 murder of teenager Janet Crispman, who was babysitting when she was attacked. Police reports confirmed she called for help during the assault. By the time officers arrived, it was too late. The killer was never identified. The phrase "the call is coming from inside the house" may be fiction, but the fear of vulnerability in a quiet home is rooted in reality. Number 4. The Open Water Nightmare. In Open Water, a couple is accidentally left behind during a scuba diving trip, stranded in shark-infested waters. The story mirrors the real 1998 disappearance of Tom and Eileen Lonergan, dive operators miscounted passengers. The couple was never seen again. Police investigations suggested they were left adrift. Their camera, later recovered, showed calm smiles. Unaware of the fate awaiting them, no bodies were ever found. The ocean keeps its secrets. Number 3. The Dormitory Massacre. The sorority house killings in Black Christmas eerily foreshadowed real events. In 1978, Ted Bundy broke into the Chi Omega sorority house, attacking multiple women in a single night. Police reports detailed brutality that shocked the nation. Bundy was eventually captured and executed, but the randomness and brazenness of his attack turned campuses into places of fear. Horror didn't need imagination. It walked through the front door. Number 2. The Family Annihilator. The Amityville Horror tells of a family terrorized by unseen forces. Before the haunting claims, there was a real crime. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered 6 family members. Police found them lying face down in their beds. DeFeo claimed voices compelled him, whether supernatural or psychological. The brutality was real. The case spawned endless debate, books, and films. But beneath the controversy are 6 victims whose lives ended in cold blood. Number 1. The Zodiac Cipher. Our final entry isn't just a horror inspiration. It is horror itself. Zodiac dramatized the investigation into the elusive Zodiac killer who terrorized Northern California. He sent cryptic letters and ciphers to newspapers, taunting police. Despite intense investigation, the killer was never identified. Decades later, amateur code breakers solved one of his ciphers, but the identity behind the mask remains disputed. Police files remain open. Families still seek closure. And somewhere in history's shadows lies a name we may never know. So what does all this mean? Horror doesn't start in a writer's room. It starts in reality. Screenwriters borrow from court transcripts. Directors study police reports. Monsters are reflections of real darkness. The most chilling truth isn't that ghosts might exist. It's that human beings are capable of unimaginable acts. And in some cases, justice never fully arrives. Cold cases gather dust. Evidence fades. Witnesses age. Files remain open. The next time you watch a horror film and feel that spike of adrenaline, remember this. Somewhere, sometime, someone lived through something far worse. Without dramatic music, without a scripted ending, and without the comfort of knowing the credits would roll. Because sometimes, the real story is still unfinished.